when grid fails. Now what? Welcome to Grid Down Guide. In a world where power can vanish in an instant, survival isn't just a skill, it's a necessity. We've got the know-how to keep you prepared. Whether you're in the heart of the city or lost in the wilderness, we teach you the essential skills to thrive. Stay tuned. The grid could fail tomorrow. Be ready today.
When the world as you know it suddenly blinks off, no power, no cell signal, and no grocery stores, most people freeze, confused and unprepared. But you're ready because you know what matters most in those first critical moments. In a true grid-down scenario, chaos comes fast and doesn't ask for permission. The air grows tense, the darkness is total, and every decision counts. That's when you need a rule, a code, a simple mental framework to cut through the panic and keep you focused on what actually matters. That's where the 5-5-5 rule comes in. Forget about that 50-pound bug-out bag you can barely lift, or those endless checklists that only make you more anxious. Real survival isn't about who has the most gadgets or the deepest pantry. It's about who can adapt, prioritize, and act with purpose when everything falls apart. The 5-5-5 rule is your path through the chaos, a way to break down the overwhelming into the actionable. So what exactly is the 5-5-5 rule? It's a framework that organizes your survival priorities into 3 time windows: the first 5 minutes, the next 5 hours, and the critical first 5 days. Each phase has its own purpose, guiding you step by step from immediate crisis to creating a new normal. Let's break it down. The first phase is the 5-minute window. When the grid fails, you have 5 minutes to get your bearings and ensure immediate survival. In these moments, your brain wants to panic, but the 5-5-5 rule gives you direction. First, do a safety sweep. Check for fire, gas leaks, broken glass, or anything else that could hurt you right now. Grid failures often come with other disasters, earthquakes, storms, or even cyber attacks, so your immediate environment could be dangerous. Clear hazards quickly and methodically. Next, run a communication check. If networks are still up, send a message to loved ones. Establish a group chat or signal with your household. If communications are already down, switch to radios or pre-arranged signals. Don't waste time on long conversations. Just confirm everyone's status and share your plan. Once the networks go dark, you're on your own. Finally, arm your awareness. Situational awareness is your best friend. Listen for sirens, observe your neighbors, watch for signs of panic or looting. This isn't the time to charge outside or confront anyone. Just gather information. You're not reacting yet. You're observing, so you're ready for whatever comes next. Once you've survived the shock, you enter the 5-hour window. This is when you stabilize your base and secure your resources. First priority, water. Find it, store it, and purify it. Water is the first thing to disappear in a blackout, and you only have a short window before it becomes the most valuable thing in your home. Fill every container, sinks, bathtubs, buckets, while you still have pressure. Next, inventory and fortify. Gather your flashlights, candles, food, batteries, and any medications. Take a quick inventory so you know what you have to work with. Then lock down your home. Blackouts are magnets for desperate people, so make sure your doors and windows are secure. A little preparation now can save you a lot of trouble later. Now think about food. Eat your perishables first. That fridge is a ticking time bomb of wasted calories. Prioritize what's going to spoil and ration the rest. Don't binge, just be smart and methodical. Every meal is fuel for your body and mind. If you've made it through 5 hours, you're already ahead of most. But if the grid's still down after 5 days, you're not just in a blackout. You're in a new reality. This is the 5-day window, and it's all about building your new normal. The first step is to establish a food and water plan. You can't live off what's in the pantry forever. Maybe you're boiling rainwater or bartering with neighbors for eggs. Maybe you're rationing canned goods and supplementing with whatever you can harvest or catch. The point is to create a routine, a sustainable rhythm that keeps you fed and hydrated. Community becomes your lifeline. Find allies. Share resources, skills, and knowledge. Watch each other's backs. Lone wolves may survive for a while, but real resilience comes from teams. A neighborhood that bands together is much stronger than one that fragments into fear and suspicion. Perhaps the most important aspect is mental fortitude. 5 days without modern comforts is enough to break most people. But you're not most people. Keep your mind sharp and your morale high. Read. Play cards, journal. Teach your kids how to make fire, purify water, or cook over an open flame. Anything that keeps you engaged and focused on solutions, not problems. So why does the 5-to-5-5 rule work when others fail? Simple. It's human. It matches the way our minds naturally organize threats and priorities. Short-term, medium-term, long-term. It gives you structure, which is the antidote to panic. It prevents overwhelm by telling you what not to worry about yet. And most importantly, it's not about gear. It's about mindset. You could lose every tool, every gadget, and still follow the 5-to-5 rule to stay alive and adapt. When you break survival down into these phases, you stop wasting energy on things that don't matter yet. You keep your mind clear and your actions focused. And you remind yourself that preparedness isn't about hoarding stuff. It's about building the right habits and forming the right mindset. So next time you're prepping, don't just pile up supplies. Step up your strategy. Plan like you'll need to survive the unknown in 5 minutes, 5 hours, and 5 days. That's how you outlast chaos. That's how you build resilience. Preparedness is not about living in fear. It's about being ready to live. No matter what the world throws your way, stay calm, stay sharp, and outlast. Because electricity is a luxury. But preparedness, that's a mindset. And that's something no blackout can ever take away.
Prepare now. Hands urgently pack emergency survival kit. Survive anything. Subscribe now. Grid Down Guide.